Hey guys, welcome to another video. So I am finally done with my board practicals, and in this video I'll be sharing a few tips you will definitely find helpful for your practicals, and also a few mistakes I did and you shouldn't. So let's get started. Tip number 1, go through your projects. Now this is really important because 50% of the Viva questions they're going to ask you from your project, and because you have written it, they will obviously expect you to know everything you have written. So go through your projects like at least twice before your practicals so that your Viva will be easier. One thing you can also do while going through your project is framing your own questions on different topics, like what can they ask for Viva, and then answering those. That will be really helpful as well. Moving on to tip number 2. Now, if you're a science student, you will definitely have manuals and journals, right? So go through them to know the procedure, or you can also watch a few YouTube videos to know exactly what you have to perform on the day of practical. And for the Viva, know the principles of everything, like the hows and whys of everything that you'll be performing. Suppose you have the meter bridge practical for resistance or resistivity. So that is a principle of Wheatstone bridge. Now what is a Wheatstone bridge and questions related to that? Then if it's an optical bench, then know the image formation of convex and concave lenses. Then titration, a very common practical for chemistry. So why do you add H2SO4? To prevent oxidation, and questions like that, which they can ask for the Viva. Tip number 3, and also a very important tip, don't panic for your Viva. It is going to be easy if you know what you have written in your project. If you know what you're performing, the Viva will be really easy. But if you panic, you'll forget even what you know. This happened with me during the physics Viva. So I answered the first 3 to 5 questions that the teacher asked me, and after that I have no idea. The next question she asked me, I did not really panic, but I don't know, I just couldn't recall it at that moment of time. But then as soon as I stepped out of the exam hall, I was like, oh, I knew this. But at that point of time, I just wasn't able to recall. So stay confident, don't panic. You know what you're doing, you know what you've written. And even if you're not able to remember the answer over there, it's fine. Take your own time, or just say, I don't remember right now. It's fine, but just don't say anything wrong, okay? Tip number 4, for the practicals that you're sure will definitely come in the exam, it can be titration or salt analysis is very common. You'll definitely have one salt analysis. And other practicals, if you're sure they'll come, practice writing them a day before. In the same way you're going to write it in the exam. So, it'll just make you a little more confident while you're attempting your paper. Moving on to tip number 5, don't write anything wrong in the answer sheet. Now, because the answer sheet comes from the board, it has a separate code which is different for every student. So you can't really get another answer sheet. So if you're not sure about something, ask your teachers about it, but don't write anything wrong. So for our commercial arts practical, we had to make an illustration and a poster design in 3 hours each. So like the practical went on till 6.5 hours. Yeah, that was really long. So I had asked our teachers before that if we can stick a colored paper for the background so that we don't have to sit painting the whole thing and waste our time. He said that I could do that during the exam as well. So I did that. I was working on it for like 15-20 minutes on the poster design, and the external examiner comes and says that it's not allowed to stick any papers on your answer sheet, on the drawing sheet that we were provided. And the way I panicked at that time, because I had to redo the whole thing again. The sketch I had finished till that time, I had to redo the whole thing because there was no other option. Thankfully, it was a drawing sheet and not a board's answer sheet. I mean, he did say that I can get a little extra time, but the whole scenario that was created over there, that just made me panic. So now you know what to do. If you're not sure, get it confirmed like thousands of times from your teachers, but don't do anything wrong. And that's it. I hope you guys found these tips helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. All the best for your practicals, and thank you for watching.